I had no interest in talking about this. This was not the thing I had any interest in talking about. The reason this came about, like I said, was once this insight occurred, I couldn't sit still with it. It was just boring to get out. So this brought me to look at people who consider themselves peaceful. You hear a lot of people talk about that they're peaceful. Very peaceful person, I'm not violent, I'm not this, but we should end war, we should stop this, we should do all these different things peaceful people talk about. I had this sense of peace, but I had no interest to go out there and save the world. I was just talking to you about it and talking to different people. I had no inner conflict with the way things were going on. I wasn't frustrated with saying, well, if you don't get me, no good. I wasn't feeling that. And I was confused as to why I wasn't feeling that, but I heard all these peaceful people saying that they were all riled up to go get stuff done. So I looked at the word peaceful, and I broke it into two words. Peace and full of peace. If you're full of something, do you need any more? I compared it to having a good meal. Once you've stuffed yourself full and you can't take any more, someone could put food in front of you. It could be the most delicious food in the world. If you can't physically take any more, you're done. You could say, thank you, I just can't take anymore, I'm full. So when you reach that point of fullness, when you are completely saturated, you can't take anymore, there's no desire anymore. Desire falls away because you've been filled up. So to be full of peace, you'd be content. You'd be full. You wouldn't need any more. That's not what I see. I see everyone out there trying to strive to get something done, whether it be financial, status. They're always feeling that sense of slight emptiness. And we fill it up with ideas, beliefs, money, things, whatever it is. We're always trying to fill up. I didn't have that. I had it, but all of a sudden that was wiped away. And I wanted to look at why that was gone. The reason that was gone was because when I emptied my mind of all those ideas and beliefs, what I found, there was nothing there. That those ideas and beliefs are what made me up. That was who I was. If I didn't have ideas and beliefs, who was left? There was nobody left. Because now I couldn't talk to you. I couldn't sit there and carry on a normal conversation in the sense of, well, that's not right. We should be doing this, or we should. That all dropped away. And what was left was this sense of emptiness. But in a different sense. In the past, I always felt that little bit of emptiness and tried to fill it with either a golf swing, with money, with toys, with whatever it was, relationships. That feeling was me all the time, that feeling of emptiness. But the strange thing was that I wasn't running from it anymore. I was actually becoming more of it. And I said, all right, I feel this emptiness. Let me see what's in that emptiness. And I went deeper and deeper and deeper until everything I believed and had ideas and opinions about had dropped away. And now I was just this complete empty vessel. And I heard someone say, I don't know if it was Jesus or somebody said something, a cup is only useful when it's empty. And I said, well, that's the way I feel. I finally feel useful in the sense that I don't have anything limiting me in my ability to move. I don't have anything that's stopping me from doing anything. And I realized that most people are petrified of that feeling of emptiness because they hold on so tightly to those ideas and beliefs. I mean, we can just look at, take the radical Muslims. They're holding on to that idea and that belief so firmly and so afraid to even look at that idea and belief that it could be a problem. They're willing to die for it. That's extreme. That's the extreme end of holding on to your ideas and beliefs. So I think we all can relate to that somewhat little feeling of emptiness. Every person I've ever spoken to has said, yeah, occasionally I'll feel that bit of emptiness. Well, interestingly enough, is if we drop away all of our thoughts and ideas, that feeling starts to come in and become strong. The first thing we do when we feel this, because we don't like it, we run from it. So I didn't run. I faced it and saw what it was. And it was amazing because that's actually where real creativity lies. It doesn't lie in what we think we know. It lies in that unknown freedom space that gets created when you don't have these ideas and beliefs. Then you're free to create just amazing things. My creativity on the golf course to this day blows me away. Creativity with painting. One of the first things I delved into was with art. I was not a very good artist because I always had an idea of what a hand should look like or what a face should look like. And I sat down with a blank canvas and I said, what happens if I don't have an idea about what to paint? What comes out? And just started painting and coming up, and things just started presenting themselves as opposed to me forcing my will or ideas onto the paper. And the ability to paint pictures in rapid time blew me away because I was no longer guiding through an idea or a principle what it should be. Therefore, it was creating itself, and it was a different experience, very creative. So this emptiness, I see this emptiness that you get that becomes very creative as essential as for a human being to be truly intelligent. Because in that space of emptiness, there's no confusion. You're completely full. And that's what I was getting back to, was with the peace. To be completely empty, which is our natural state. Because think about it, to have your ideas and beliefs, you have to keep them going. You can't just, you keep your ideas and beliefs going when you hear a conversation start and it triggers something in your mind about a political thing. Boom, you're right there with your idea. To shoot that down and say that's right or wrong. If we let those go and you're truly free, then you become as a being completely full of emptiness. So in this place, I became full for the first time. Because even when we fill ourselves with ideas and beliefs, we still feel a little bit of emptiness. So we're never fully saturated with ideas and beliefs. There's always that little bit lingering behind that something's just not quite right. But with this, with letting go of all my ideas and beliefs, I found I was in a natural state of intelligence, completely empty. So for the first time in my life, I was full of something. And I was full of emptiness. And in that state, I was completely peaceful. So there became no more interest in trying to accomplish outer goals, outer things. It was more dealing with the facts of what was going on. It wasn't what was right or wrong. It was, there's a billion people starving to death every day. That's not right or wrong, that's a fact. That's what's happening. And we as a society, as a group of people, are allowing this to happen. This is a fact. Not saying you have to do anything about it, but if you can start to see in the facts and not have the beliefs or ideas attached to it, that God made this happen, or that governments have made this happen, or whatever's made this happen, if you can see the actual fact that this is happening, you're starting to look at life much clearer. There's no barrier between that. And I think if people were to come together and have that ability to look at things together like that without an idea or opinion attached to it, there would be real cooperation to solve the problem, which we don't see. We see different countries that have their ideas and beliefs trying to get together, but it just never seems to mesh because they have their way of doing it, we have our way, and nothing gets accomplished. So can we break those barriers psychologically so we can see things as they actually are? Tough to do. I've been on this for about 2 years. As an individual, it's happening for me psychologically. I've broken through not broken through, it's more a matter of facing your ideas and beliefs and seeing what they do to you, seeing how they limit your actions. This is enthralling. So, it's the facing of ourselves that's most important. Can we do that? And I think if we really look at the way we live our lives, we'll see that we don't really face who we are. We actually find we've actually become very good at escaping our fears and problems.